The birth of a meme, first videos, and controversial description. The story of bombardirocrocodilo begins in February 2025, when the first videos of this unusual hybrid appeared online. The character, combining the features of a crocodile and a bomber aircraft, was surrounded by an aura of provocation from the very start. Each video was accompanied by a shocking and controversial description: bombs children in Gaza and Palestine and does not believe in Allah. This phrase instantly sparked a heated reaction from users, dividing them into two camps. For some, it was an unacceptable mockery of a tragedy. For others, it was a catalyst for intense discussions and a search for hidden meanings. It was this dissonance between the absurd image and the sharp text that laid the foundation for its future popularity. Some commentators immediately saw these words not as a direct insult, but as an attempt at subversive satire on modern wars and religious conflicts. A joke from a top thread of the time perfectly captured the essence of the situation. He bombs not only children, but also our memes, highlighting how the character invaded the internet space and blew it up with its absurdity. Explosion of popularity, memes, variations, and stylizations. By March 2025, bombardirocrocodilo was no longer just a provocative image, but had transformed into a full-fledged viral meme. Users embraced the character and began creating a huge number of variations, moving it further and further away from its controversial origins. The internet was flooded with images of the crocodile bomber in comical hats, with quirky captions, and in the most unexpected situations. This creative explosion significantly expanded the horizons of the meme culture surrounding the character. Gradually, the initial provocativeness began to fade, giving way to pure absurdity and post-irony. Bombardirocrocodilo was becoming an internet icon, a symbol of the unpredictability of digital folklore. Among the many stylizations, completely unique ones appeared. One such little-known detail was a variation featuring a crocodile DJ. He didn't drop bombs, but instead got the crowd going with mixed beats that incorporated the sounds of bomber engines. This was a unique meta-mimetic hint. The character had ceased to destroy and had begun to create, albeit within its own absurd universe.
Origin theories and political interpretations. With the arrival of April, as the meme firmly established itself in internet culture, the first serious attempts at its analysis began. Both professional analysts and ordinary users sought to unravel what was really hidden behind the image of the flying crocodile. Two main theories emerged. According to the first, more dramatic one, bombardirocrocodilo is a dark symbol of modern warfare, which ruthlessly destroys the most sacred things, childhood and faith. His image became an allegory for a soulless war machine. Others believed that the meme was specifically created as a tool of satire, to ridicule clumsy propaganda and demonstrate the painful irony of current geopolitical events. In this context, the character was perceived as a grotesque reflection of reality. A joke popular at the time perfectly conveyed this dual perception. Bombardirocrocodilo is the only one in the world who simultaneously evokes fear and laughter, and both are sincere. This phrase underscored the meme's unique ability to balance on the edge of tragedy and comedy.
Community and development of fan content. May 2025 was the month when the community around bombardirocrocodilo demonstrated the full power of its creative potential. The meme had finally outgrown the format of static images and short videos, becoming a source of inspiration for a wide variety of genres. The web was filled with musical remixes, where the drone of bomber engines mixed with electronic beats. Entire art books with detailed illustrations of the character appeared, and fans began writing fan fiction, giving him a personality and a backstory. It even led to the creation of mini-game projects, where players could control the flight of the absurd predator. Bombardiro-crocodilo had become almost a cultural artifact, capable of uniting people and stimulating their creativity. Behind the scenes of this bustling activity, deeper processes were taking place. A little-known fact, a few enthusiasts organized a series of anonymous streams where they conducted a detailed analysis of the meme, treating it as a psychoanalytic object that reflected the collective fears and anxieties of modern society.
International recognition and new challenges. The summer months of 2025 marked a new stage in the meme's life, its entry onto the international stage. Bombardiro-crocodilo overcame linguistic and cultural barriers and began to be actively discussed in English-speaking and even Arabic-speaking internet communities. However, this expansion of the audience brought new challenges and disputes. While many in the Russian-speaking segment had grown accustomed to the provocative humor, for the new audience, it became a reason for serious discussions about the limits of permissible irony over tragic events. Where does satire end and insult begin? Is it acceptable to laugh at something that causes real pain? These questions became central to the debates. A vivid artistic sketch from that time perfectly illustrates the situation. Imagine someone silently placing a 3D printed figure of Bombardiro on a table at an international forum of internet fans. A heated debate immediately ignites around this totem about the meaning and purpose of the hero in an era of global digital wars and cultural differences.
Legends and myths, the formation of an image. In the fall of 2025, the meme's evolution reached a new mythological level. The community was no longer satisfied with simple jokes and remixes. It began to create a full-fledged lore around its hero. Fictional biographies started to appear, detailing his past, the cunning combat operations he supposedly conducted, and even his mystical abilities. Bombardiro-crocodilo transformed from a flat image into a complex and multifaceted character with a deep inner world, motives, and emotions. He was becoming the hero of a digital epic. In fan circles, his image became shrouded in legends. One of the veterans of the meme community in his essay gave him a very precise and poetic description, calling him a nocturnal hunter of the network reality, fighting both inner and outer demons simultaneously. This phrase reflected the meme's transformation from a simple object of laughter to a symbol in which everyone could see something of their own, be it absurdity, tragedy, or a hidden struggle. Ultimately, the phenomenon of Bombardiro-crocodilo could not go unnoticed by experts studying the internet culture of the 2020s. Analyzing its journey from a provocative image to an international cultural artifact, they concluded that this meme is something more than just a joke. Its image represents a unique symbiosis where sharp political satire, pure absurdity, and a collective feeling of powerlessness in the face of world events, expressed through the defense mechanism of humor and irony, are closely intertwined. The character became a perfect reflection of an era where the line between the horrific and the hilarious has become incredibly thin. As one well-known blogger aptly noted in his review video summing up the character's popularity, Bombardiro-crocodilo is a mirror of the modern world, in which the serious and the funny have become inseparable. This phrase exhaustively describes the cultural significance of the meme, explaining why the hybrid of a crocodile and a bomber was able to resonate so deeply with the consciousness of millions of people worldwide.